let's see what we can make. Hey y'all, it's April. Thanks for stopping by my crazy creative life. In today's video, I finally am pulling this guy out. This was the April 2025 Curated Bead Box, and I had never got a chance to make anything with it yet, so that's what I'm attempting to do this evening. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll kind of show you sort of what I got in mind. I'm wanting to make like a longer necklace. If you had watched this, and I will link it in the iCard and in the description box below, this was my very first Annie's set, and it's just a very long chain, and it's real cute. It goes with, you know, a lot of stuff with that turquoise and that brown fringe. But anyway, I'm taking this necklace for inspiration, and we're going to try to make something but using this Twilight Twinkle from Curated Bead Box. I've already got one side of it made just to try to, you know, rush up some time there. And, oops, I'm dropping everything. Okay, so what I've got here, is a mess. Let me move some of this out of the frame, that way it doesn't look so cluttered. Okay. Anyway, what I started off with was this, and that's going to be one side of it. And I am taking, if you watch the video that went out today, which is Friday the 25th, I tried to find some on Amazon, and I can't really find any. I guess I'm going to have to go and find the link to Temu. But I had bought this off of Temu. It's almost like, it's supposed to be 20 gauge. It's very lightweight, but it's, the way that it's cut, I don't know how much the camera's picking it up, but the way that it's cut, it makes it look kind of shiny. I don't know if you'd call it hammered or not, but it's definitely got some kind of a textured design to it. So I'll still try to see if I can find some of this. But anyway, I'm taking that and I'm making loops. And I'll show you as I go along what I'm doing. Okay, this first bit, I'm taking this little first section right here, and I'm also trying to remember which way did I want it to go. I don't guess it, oh wait, what in the heck did I do? I just realized I made a mistake there. I'll fix that as we're going along, because it's supposed to look like that one. I just realized what I done. Okay, let's just get going. Let's see. I'm going to need my needle nose pliers, round nose pliers. This is my 6-step, I think they call it a looper also, but it just helps you to make Bail Making Pliers. And it's not the looper. This is my 6-step Bail Making Pliers, and then some cutters. And that should be all as far as the tools go that I'm using. Now, you know me, I don't feel like I'm wasting near as much if I just start on the spool. If you want to, you know, cut little pieces off, I would say at least, I don't know, between 4 and 5 centimeters if you want to cut it and then make your loops. But I don't do that. To me, I feel like I'm not wasting as much. So I'm going to grab one of, that was the 10 millimeter purple looks like a purple marble, kind of like it's crackle glass. Then I'm using one of these gold beads. It was 8mm gold stardust bead. And then I'm taking one of the pink purple 10mm. Wait a minute. I'm taking 10mm pink blue duo style glass bead. I think this was the duo style. This was the 10mm purple duo style glass bead. Okay, so really doesn't matter which end you start first, because you can obviously, you know, flip them around, but I'm trying to follow this pattern. So we are going, I'm doing the purple blue duo bead, then a gold one, then that purple marble duo style. That was the blue pink. Alright, then with my Bail Making Pliers, and if you don't have Bail Making Pliers, you want to go about roughly right in there on your needle nose pliers. It's, you know, normally we go about right in there. You want to go up a little bit, not completely to the end, but at least about right in there. I'll show you. So to start off with, I'm going on the number 1, the very first loop, and you can roll it whichever direction suits you the best. So I'm just taking it and kind of rolling it until it comes all the way around to meet itself. Then I'm putting that back in there. Then I'm taking my pliers and I'm coming to where it is parallel. There's the end of the loop. And this is the number 2 side. I've got them beside each other. Then I'm just going to take my wire and just press it back against that. And that will give you sort of what they call like that lollipop look, because it's pretty much right in the center of that loop and it looks like a sucker. Okay, now for this I come up about 1.5 centimeters, and I'm going to clip it to where the flat end is facing that way. That way this will be smooth. I'm going to go in the opposite direction. So I've got my loop, the round part like that. It's facing me. Then I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, do my bend, and I probably cut this a little bit too big, but that's okay. We'll cut it on down. Then I'm taking my pliers, and remember you're going on the very first loop, the smallest one, which is that one right there. Hold on, let me see. Disabled. I think that might be better. I think I had the blur on. It's right there. Okay, and I'm putting that where the flush. The wire is flush. You can't feel it right there. And then I'm just bringing it back, either however you want to do it, back or forward. Just keep going. Yeah, do about 1 centimeter on there. I did 1.5 centimeters, and that's too much. Can't remember exactly what I done. So no big deal. I'm just going to clip it a little bit and work it until I get it down. Maybe it's just about 1/2 centimeter. I'll measure this next one a little bit better and see. But let's just go on down. Okay. Now see, if you put your... That's about where your round nose pliers would go. Normally we go about right in there for just a regular loop. You know me, sometimes I go in and then I kind of go backwards to give it that crook. And it don't have to be perfect. And even if it's open a little bit, we'll fix that. We will work it on down here in just a minute. Okay, so there's that one. The next one I grab one of the 10 millimeter purple glass pearl bead. This mess right here, this was the, how many gram was it? Oh, it was 1 ounce of Twilight designer glass beads, and it was just, if you go back and watch my unboxing, you'll see. I'll also link that. But that's what this is. It was just a bunch of beads that different colors, shapes, sizes that would match, you know, this. So I'm taking the purple pearl, and to start off with, I'm taking, these are like little saucer, like flying saucer disc type bead, like a turquoise, or you could call it a donut shape. And I just put one of the turquoise on, and then that purple, and another turquoise, and I just do the same thing. So I make sure that is, first of all, I'm going to clip it with my, because before we clipped it with the flush cutters that way, with that side up, because it made it more flush for the one that we were actually working on. So that makes this one a little bit angled. So we have to flip it over, flush, and just snip off just a teeny tiny little bit. So that way it's flat. Alright, and then make sure our wire is flush, and then just however you want to do it. Bring it to you or away from you, whatever's easier for you. So I'm just rolling it until it meets. Again. Then I'm going back in there. And then I'm going to bring that down until it's kind of parallel right there to where the wire met, and just kind of go backwards with it a little bit like that, and that gives it that lollipop shape. Now this time, let's see, let's cut off a centimeter and see. Now see, what I was talking about, I'm cutting it flush facing that direction because that's the bead we're working on, which leaves this with that little bit of off-centered, so that's why you have to flip it around and snip off that. And you just go in there and cut it right off. Okay, so let's let the round loopy part face us. Like that. Do your 90-degree bend. Take your one step, your number 1 on the 1-step looper, or you can do your round nose pliers about roughly where I showed you. And again, whichever's more comfortable for you, either kind of roll it toward you, or you can roll it away from you. Let me go back in here and give it that little crook. Okay. Now, what we are doing next, where the heck did I lay it? I swear I spend 50% of my words saying, where'd that go? Or what'd you do with it, April? Oh, here it is. I guess it proves I'm getting old, huh? It just hooked onto that. Okay, now, this is where it kind of counts. Okay, to match this, there we've got the purple here and that blue pink there. I want this to go on the end of the purple. Okay. So, you know, and we are a little open on all of these. That's okay. Going to fix it right now. So I'm just going to slide that in there. Going to grab a hold of it. Make sure I'm not blurring. Grab a hold of it and kind of just wiggle back and forth as I'm pushing in that way to close it on off, like just like that. And I'm going to flip this around and do that one because it's still open. So I'm just going to grab hold of it, kind of just wiggle while I'm pushing. I'll leave that open because that's going to be one at the end. Alright, now the next one that we're going to do, we're doing a little bit of a smaller bead. It's going to be that set. It is okay, we are doing the 8mm deep pink marble style glass bead, which is that one. We are doing the 8mm violet turquoise drizzled glass bead, which is that one. I mean, that almost looks pink, but then we are doing the 6mm Seascape abstract glass bead. And again, putting it on, it doesn't really matter. It matters whenever you put it together. Okay, but I'm still going to try to get it roughly the same direction. So there is that pink blue one, or they called it violet, I think. There's the Seascape one. And then the pink marble glass. Okay, I've done clipped that, so I'm not worried about that one. Let's get our pliers out. And it's flush, so just work it to me until it's meeting. Come back in here. Just kind of give it that, you know, straighten it back out. And I think that 1cm worked pretty good, so we'll do that again. Okay, I've got the round part facing me. Straighten it out there a little bit. Okay, let's do our 90-degree angle. And let's roll it toward me. Now we're going to take that blue pink. It's going to go against this purple one because I'm trying to keep these semi the same. So blue pink, then your smaller bead, and then the marble bead. And obviously if it looks like you've got a little bit too much sticking out, you can always trim it off right here a little bit and then roll it on over. But let's go ahead and hook these together. Yep, there we go. And again, grab a hold of it, go back and forth as you're pushing in. And it may be, you know, alter the roundness. I don't care about that. You might, but that don't really bother me that much. Okay, next we are doing, it was the 10mm blue drizzle glass bead. And we're doing it similar to this purple. Where are we at? And then in that glass mix, they had these little bitty pink, I don't even know what size they are. They're probably like a 3mm or something. They're little. They might be 4mm. Anyway, I'm taking that and we're doing one of the pinks, one of the blues, and a pink. And I need to label that out, so let's flush cut it just a little. And again, exactly everything else is the same. I didn't flip my pliers over, I just slipped my hand over. Sometimes it's easier coming like that. Okay, then now that time I took it out, there's still my number 1. I put it in, my number 2 is on this side now, And I'm just going to press against to give it that shape. Let's see, I think I'm going to go just a tiny bit less than a millimeter, like 3/4. Because some of these are looking a little bit long. Okay, so that's against me. I'm going to bring it down. Flush. And row. This one doesn't matter which side you put it on because both sides ends are the same. So let's go ahead and hook it in here. And we'll shimmy it on down. And shimmy this one on down. Okay, so we are right here, and then all I'm doing is starting all over again, with the exception when I do this purple. Now the blue bead, it's the same, but when I do this purple bead, because I was afraid I was going to run out, that's the reason I switched the color up. They've also got these saucer disc, donut, whatever you want to call them, in like a darker blue, but they're transparent. And of course those were the aqua color ones. So I'm just going in there and putting that there with the purple instead of the turquoise. Like I said, just because I was afraid I was going to run out. But if you think you have enough, you know, pick a color and go with it. But I kind of like the variety too of the color, so. But that's going to be right there. So next we are doing that blue, the 10mm blue pink, doing a gold, and the marble, purple marble thing. So let's, there's that, and that. Okay, again, let's look and see where we're at. So we want the purple blue combo at the bottom. So let's put this right here. And we'll go ahead and close this on off. Didn't get that one as round as I would like, but it's okay. And then let's close this one on. Oops. Close this one on off. Okay. Next we're doing what I just showed you, the purple, but we're doing more of that darker blue. It's almost a cobalt blue. And purple and the blue. Let's clip that flush. Basically, I'm just repeating myself now. Okay, again, this doesn't really matter because it's the same on each end. So let's just stick it on there. Now we're going to work this guy on down. So now it's closed off. And then come back and squeeze this guy on down. There we go. Close him off. And then I'll fight with this one here in a second because I did cut it a little bit too shy. But next, let's see, where's my other side? Okay, we are right here. No, April. We're right here. Okay. I'm going to make 2 of these so I can take that one off because I screwed up there. So we need that, the smaller purple blue, I think it was a 6mm. Then we need the sea glass thing. And then the 6mm, is it 6? 8, no 8mm, sorry. Then we need the 8mm pink marble. So we are doing the purple blue. Always the purple blue is going whichever direction you want it to be. You can either consider that to go down, or you can consider that to go up and the purple be down, you know, like this. Whichever way you want to do it, but I think I'm doing mine with the blue pinks down. Okay, so I need to find my blue pink here. And I'll fix that here in a minute. And we're going on down. Closing that off. Yeah, it's a little short, but it'll be okay. I don't think it'll come off unless it gets jerked real hard. Okay, and now we'll close this one. There we go. Then we're just going to do the blue just like we did down here, which is that cobalt blue, the two little pinks. And then we will end it with the, and I've got to flip that around too, but we'll end it with the pink, blue, purple, that combo. So I will come right back. Okay, there's that. Now in that little, now I don't know about yours if you have this, but maybe you can draw inspiration from what I'm doing. But in mine, in my little Twilight set or whatever they called it, there's these little teardrop, almost a fuchsia color beads that was in that. I think it'd be pretty to end it with that. Oh wait, about messed up. Let me put that back. About messed up. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some of the same wire we've been using. Let me clip that off. Okay, do the exact same thing we've been doing. Bring it on down. See, now I cut that too much, and the reason I know because it's extended past my finger. So let me go ahead and clip it now. Okay, I almost messed up because I started to put that on a head pin instead of making my loop, and I'm actually going to need my loop here in just a minute. So that's why I was saying, oh, I'm about messed up. Okay, so let's go ahead and find our end. Like I said, you can either have the purple end toward you, or you can have the blue pink end toward you. I think I'll go the blue pink end. Get that on there. And then close it down just like before. Make sure both ends are closed down. Okay, so there's one end. Well, April. One of these ends I didn't have closed off too good, apparently. I think it's that one. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing to this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, that kit this Twilight Twinkle, it came with these tassels. There's like 5 of these tassels. That's why I wanted to do, I thought with that tassel, I don't know, it just made me think I want to do one of these. And I got out like, it's either 8 or 10 millimeter jump ring. That's the largest I've got. Or you can also make your own jump ring too if you don't have one that big. Or if you want to go just a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to try something. I don't know if it'll work or not. This is one of those needles that splits in two like that. But I don't know. And I've got it pulled all the way down. Hopefully that's showing what I'm trying to show you. And then bending it like that. Because I'm thinking it'd be pretty if those tassels, where that string is so long, if it had some beads on the string. But I'm doing this together with you, so I don't know. I haven't tried it. I don't know what it'll look like, if it'd even work. It would definitely have to be something with a bigger hole, just like that. Let me come up a little. There we go. But I couldn't figure which bead, and I thought those gold ones may be real pretty on that with that royal purple. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty. Question is, do I want to stop at the 2 or do I want to go further? There's 3. Let's do 5. They say to do stuff in odd numbers. It's better for the eye or something. I don't know. So there's 4. Let's try 5, see what that looks like. Okay. There's 5. I don't know, y'all. Did we like it better? See, there's with 5. I'm going to play around with this and I'll be right back. Okay, there's the 5. Or I thought maybe about putting a knot in it, in between the beads, which will shorten it quite a bit. So it really depends on your taste. But it's very fiddly, I forewarn you. I don't even know if I can get another knot in here to do 3. No, I'm not going to be able to get 3, but let me see if that's got a knot. How would that look straight down on it? Or you can just do 3 there and not the 5. I almost think I like the 3 without the knot, since I can't get that on. I think if that was long enough to make another knot, I would do the 3 with the knots, but for my poor old hands, it's not going to work. So let's stop here with the 3. Move this out of the way. Okay, we're going to take our big jump ring and let's hook our pink, the tassel, and the other pink, and close it off. Oops, see, this is open a little. Okay, let me see this side. Okay, I think everything's closed down there now. I would need to get some chain and I'll be right back. Okay, this chain was from Bargain Bead Box. It looks like a paper clip chain. I think it's even, oh, clear up now. Come on. There we go. I think they call it paper clip chain. And let me see how much I cut off. I cut off, looks like right at 16 inches. Yeah, right at 16 inches or 41 centimeters. And it's so long you can just slip it over your head. So I'm not putting, I mean, I know this chain come with a clasp, but to me there's no sense in putting a clasp at the end of it if it fits over your head. But that's, you know, personal choice. So you can decide what, you know, if you want to, come on. There. So you can decide if you want to clasp on it or not. But I'm not, because it's going to fit right over my head. But, here, let me go ahead and get this on and then I'll come back and tell you something else. So, I've already got this end on. I put it on when I was trying to measure it on myself. So I'm just closing it on down at the very end of that. I'm not putting a jump ring or anything. There we go. Okay, but I put this on and looked at it in the mirror on me. And oh, come on. Hold on, I'm tangled. Well, it's got tangled here somewhere. Which I need to take it off anyway. But I put it on me, and I didn't like only the 3. It just seemed like it was not enough of the beads, so okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back just like I did a minute ago. And I'm going to put 2 more. 1, 2. So let's go ahead and put this back on with the 5. Now, there we go. Now, it's possible it could be off just a little bit. Oh, there's one more thing I was going to do. These also, to me, I told you they made me think of like a Japanese lantern of sorts. But let's see. Here. Okay. Let me see something. I'll come right back. Okay, I wanted to... I've done them all except for the last one. What I done, I took another of those, the big jump rings I had. I think it's 10 millimeter. And then these jump rings actually come with the kit. And so what I did, I put one of them just straight on. This one I have on one jump ring, and that's it. This one I've got 2 jump rings. And this last one I'm going to have 3, and I'll show you how I done that. It's easy. So you're going to open your jump ring, put one on, close it. Then open a jump ring, put the end on like that so it's a chain, and then put your bead on and maybe close it. I need to get me another pair of those. Am I even on screen? I don't know if I was on screen or not. I didn't even look. So what I done, just in case, I opened that jump ring. I hooked that on. Then I opened, here, let me put it down here. I opened that jump ring, which is loose. I'm going to have to close it. Put that one on. Then I opened that jump ring, and I put it in on that middle one, plus my bead. And then I closed it, which they neither one are closed yet. Let's see here. Let's see if these will help me. Okay, I think that's closed better. And now this one, let's close it off better. My end frame. Okay. Then I'm going to put that one on here. And see, they stair-step down because I went from that first one, I didn't put a jump ring on. The second one, I put one jump ring on. The third one, I put 2 jump rings on. And this fourth one, I put 3 jump rings on. And then I think I want to try to put it right here in between where these meet. Let me close it and I'll show you, give you a little bit better view of what I just done. And then, plus I want to see myself what it looks like. I don't know, it will be a surprise if I can get this stupid thing closed. Haha, this is what I was looking for. Okay, much better. Much better. This is a thicker gauge, so they're a little harder to close, but they're more sturdy like that. Okay, what I've done is, you see where those two are, and then I put that in the middle of these two. It's just fell around backwards on me. Let me do it this way. There. See, I put it in the center. That. Come on, clear up. See, there's that one. That's it, that bunch in the center, and then there's the other one. Okay, here it is in all its glory. Let me try to back out some. And Curated Bead Box, I'll go ahead and give you my spiel while I'm trying to show you this. But Curated Bead Box is another bead box company. And so you can go, I will have a link in the description box below. You can click on that link and you're going through me when you do that. And if you choose to sign up with them, they are just like Bargain Bead Box or, you know, these other bead box companies. You pay a monthly fee and they send you out a curated box. Except for these guys, they usually send string, let's see, there's beading wire, jump rings, Earwires, elastic string, and crimp tubes, and then of course you see me use the jump rings, the smaller ones. But they send you that along with the beads. That way you can go ahead and get started the day of if you've got the other stuff. But I can't do 2 things at once, can I? I can't move and talk at the same time. But anyway, you can go through that link. I'll put it in the description box below. Go through them, and if you're interested in them, in the code box, the discount code box, put April 35. That's lowercase, APRIL 35 in that code box, and that will save you 35% off of your very first box. After taxes and shipping and everything, this is about 20 bucks a month, so it's not bad. I mean, I'll say it till the day I quit doing this. That's the best bang for your buck was with these bead box companies. But anyway, if you put in that code, I think it brings it down to like $17. You can cancel anytime, so you can try them out, you know, 1 month, 2 months, 10 months, you know, whatever, 5 years. If you like them like I do, if you're a jewelry maker or trying to just get started into jewelry making, this is a great way to go. So anyway, I hope you like this. I'll put it on the bus thing and I'll take some pictures. I always take pictures. If you're with me, you should know that. But anyway, I'll take pictures and put it at the end. And I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your night. And like I said, go check these guys out. You won't be disappointed. But I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey, if you like this video, you may want to check out my previous video or my previous series. Talk to you soon.